kita kedatangan tamu tak diundang. Selamat bekerja. Dan jangan lupa bersenang-senang.
Hello everyone, welcome to Movie Club number... Why don't I ever get 11. This? Okay. Yeah. Movie Club number 11.
Are you sure?
I know. Yes. Blade Runner was the iconic number 10.
Yeah.
You know what they say about number 11?
It's the most important number.
I thought it was 42.
Actually, don't like the number 11, right?
No, I do. It's just I didn't like it on
Kyrie.
Because, I mean, it was number 2, but now he's number 11, and that's just a weird number for a point guard.
Okay, so anyway, we're on Movie Club number 11.
Right.
Yes. And, I could change everything.
Yeah.
That's fine. Alright, Movie Club 11, Weston's pick, The Raid, Redemption. Oh. Interesting fact. Oh, gosh, I need my phone. I'll have to get it.
Here, you can use mine if you want.
Now, interesting fact, the original movie was actually just called The Raid, but they couldn't get the rights. So, what you see on the Blu-ray right there, and it was released internationally as The Raid Redemption, which kind of doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't fit.
There's no redeeming in the movie, I don't think.
No.
But
not really.
So Weston, why don't you start us off? Why'd you pick it?
No spoilers.
So far.
Well, I picked this movie because it was. Not to mention it was kind of short because I know you guys are tired of long movies and all that. So I wanted to pick a shorter film. And a film that's just more entertaining, should I say?
But it may have sacrificed quality. But thank you for picking a shorter one.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Because the quality would have been higher if it was longer.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
More of the Rings.
Get out! Wow, we're back. Okay, Watson. Sorry, The Raid.
But The Raid, it's among my favorite action movies, but as an action thriller, it's definitely my favorite. I saw this film because one of my brothers recommended it to me, and I was not expecting anything from it. Derek. Oh. Because he saw it in theaters, which is really cool. And he said, "Oh man, I did not expect this film to be good." He's like, "You should watch it." And I watched it with him, and I was like, I was really blown away because I did not expect it to be this good for me personally. Just from beginning through to end, I love the simplicity of the story, and I like the characters. You feel connected to them, and the actors are all really great. And I think the best part, what everyone's going to agree with, are the action martial arts sequences because they are extremely good and extremely brutal, and I really enjoy it. So that's why I picked it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good reason to pick it, I guess.
Yeah. Just because it's a fun movie.
Wow,
I know everyone will have a good
why are you
time
texting me, get off your phone?
And then I said...
I'm doing podcast related stuff.
I said, LOL, JK, love you.
Oh. Well, now it's going to go off again. Yeah. My bad. Alright, Kyle, why don't you tell us what you thought of the movie?
Okay, so off of him, he was saying how it was really good action sequences. Everything was super fast paced, and it looked like nobody skipped a beat when they're doing one of their fighting move techniques things. And it was just something different because I hadn't seen any martial art movies. Usually they go a lot slower than how fast they were going, and it's mostly their hands, I think. But they used a lot of different things to attack their opponent, and I think that was really great. But besides the action sequence, I think it was just
yeah, speak up a little bit.
Oh, got it.
Keep going now.
Oh, okay. Just keep. I'm off my game now.
It's his fault.
Yeah. Okay, so but anyways, I thought it was really crazy that they wanted to go into this apartment building, knowing that we might not make it out with everybody, but that's definitely the goal, and they kind of had somewhat confidence that they were actually going to get through with that. And as soon as they busted in, and everything started happening, it just it all went down. Everybody knew they were screwed. Yeah. And they were totally outnumbered, and I just thought that was a good it was a really good point because that just that showed how even somebody as trained as SWAT, where they SWAT.
Yeah, Indonesian version of
SWAT.
Yeah.
SWAT. Mm-hmm. no matter how trained you are, it doesn't matter. Like anybody can like take like the strongest people down.
Yeah. I thought
with enough bodies.
Yeah.
We for me, I liked that it challenged, or not challenged, but it really shed a light on like the corruption of some police officers, and how it was like a common theme throughout. Like, not all cops can be, persuaded. Which I mean, personally, for me, you put enough money in my hands, I'll do whatever you want. But my email isn't. No, I'm kidding. But
I don't think you want to put that on video.
I'm kidding. But yeah. Anyways, I liked it. I thought you said that it moved fast. I thought some of the scenes were a little longer than they needed to be.
No, I meant like fast paced, like they were like moving their hands like super fast.
I mean their movement was fast. Yeah, I guess I see what you mean. But I think some of the scenes could have been cut by like 3 or 4 minutes.
What?
So you're asking for like
you're asking for less action.
There was some stuff that I can think of at least one point that didn't really make any sense to me.
All right, we can wait. Okay, it's an
Richie
action.
knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Hold on.
We watched it together.
No. It's okay. Yeah.
No, I'm not done. Okay, but
I can't. You're making me cringe.
It was an okay movie. It was good. It was a good movie.
I can understand.
It was a fresh movie.
I can understand what he's saying. I mean, if you're not huge into action, yeah, that could be like a little bit.
But he claims to be huge in action. Okay. Just side point. The Fast and Furious movies are action, and if I say, and when he comes on and reviews that, it's not like he points out, there's this one problem I had with the plot, and because there's like a million of them. But if you say you love Fast and Furious, this one
I don't.
It's
love
much
Fast
more
and Furious. I like the cars, but I don't like. They're not good movies.
You loved it.
Most of them.
You said you said the last one was really good that we reviewed.
Yeah, the last one was really good.
It's like one of the worst ones.
Furious 8?
Yeah.
I didn't even watch that. I didn't think it was that good.
It's not. You can skip
It's
it.
okay.
But anyway, I don't want to get mad at Wiley, but to complain about plot details in an action movie is kind of beside.
I'm not complaining about plot details. They didn't do anything.
That's what you said.
wrong.
You're like, there's something I noticed that. That's what you said.
He didn't say what he noticed. Though.
Okay, we'll get to it then.
No. I'm saying that there's parts that went too long.
And then after that, you were like, and there's this one part.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Richie knows what I'm talking about. We watched it together.
Yeah, but
I know I
that's
could hear
not
you.
really, like,
Okay, but you guys go. We'll get to it.
a major fault.
I can see.
I didn't say it
can
was
see
major.
what Wiley's talking about. I mean, the action kind of gets repetitive every once in a while, which happens in action movies like this.
I kind of noticed
But-
that. After,
But that's why the
After
ending's so
watching it
good, is because it like changes up the flow of the action,
Yeah,
so to
totally.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's why I really like
for most of the movie, the very first action scenes are definitely, I think, the best. And then it gets slowly, not worse, but just more repetitive and more the same.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I agree.
Repetitive, maybe. I don't know. I feel like
certain scenes were
There
very
were-
unique, though.
There were definitely some unique kills, but
there's
for
only-
most of it,
but
for
that's
most
what-
of it, there was like okay, so.
But there's
are
only
we
so
talking
much
about
you can
specific
do.
Kills? One of my favorite
No.
kills. Oh, man.
Just wait,
Come on.
because I think we all have the
There's
same
a
favorite
really
kill.
good
There's a
one,
really
so-
good one.
oh my
that
gosh.
everyone points out to.
Yeah.
Where you go?
So yeah,
Go louder.
obviously the action in this
There you go.
movie is really good, especially the choreography and like in the fight scenes, which was I don't think some of it like the martial arts type stuff. I don't understand why like every cop would be trained in like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. Most cops aren't.
Yeah, I know, but
And this is in Indonesia, too, so...
why do they know that?
Well, it's the main sergeant guy and Rama.
And
Those are the
sergeant
two ones that
guy's
we
not
really
even that
see.
good. He's not even that
Yeah,
good.
and most of the
There's a
other...
lower level one.
And most of the other grunts have been
It is.
killed
Yeah,
off.
Yeah, most of the grunts are killed off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they try to fight, but they're not very good at it. They get killed.
No, there's one that's really good.
Yeah, the sergeant.
He's not a sergeant.
it wasn't the sergeant.
It's not the sergeant.
Oh, then
The
big
sergeant is with the gray-headed one, right?
No, he's the one that gets killed.
the sergeant's the one that gets killed, and he gets
Yeah,
dragged.
Spoilers.
And he
Why do we say that? Okay.
no, he is, but he's with the gray-headed one.
Yeah.
He doesn't split off, right?
No.
Exactly, the guy that splits off. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
No, the
Rama.
main guy, the main
That's the
guy.
main guy.
Yeah, I know.
Why you're asking why he's good at
Yeah.
martial arts? The main guy.
I don't,
Yeah, why?
honestly,
Okay, he's the main guy. That's why he's good at martial
Main
arts. Why would we
character
follow
is,
him if he wasn't?
Rama, I
Yeah,
think.
Rama. That's why I said.
Okay, another problem. Well, we'll go into.
Well,
it.
let me go.
And this actually is mine is a big plot. But okay,
But-
anyway, sorry.
I don't know. There's like a few like minor problems, I guess, if you want to call them that. But like one of them for me is like the repetition, and also the repetition in scenery, which in terms of color, like there's so little color.
Like they go to that one.
I really wish they had changed it up a little.
They go to the one main
I
thing.
get the whole concept of the movie is for it to be
great.
Oh, it's all in one place.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
You think each room would be somewhat different?
Yeah, like
some of the rooms look.
Just
but that's the whole point of it.
just-
It's supposed to be like slums. Like they don't have enough money to actually like design their rooms.
I saw.
Yeah,
well, the last fight.
but look at the design of what is it? Favela.
Okay, that's Brazil. First of all, it's Indonesia. Unless you know what all about
So you're
Indonesian
saying
slums.
Indonesia doesn't have any color?
But do you know about the Indonesian slums compared to the Brazilian slums?
Yes.
No.
I feel like they would know more about the Indonesian slums than you
But
would.
just in set design, you don't think?
Yeah, maybe.
that's
Yeah, but okay, but part of this movie, like it looks. I mean, yeah, you can complain about some of the visual stuff, but this movie was made on $1.5 million budget.
It was 1.1 million. I like that.
1.1.
And they made
I heard
9
1.5.
They made 9.14.
Really? But think about it, 1.5 million. That's like 1.8. Like, just like America, you can never make that movie for that kind of money because you'd have to pay everyone too much, and just like it'd be really complicated with all the action stuff. But for a movie that cheap to have this good of an action and not look cheesy and stuff like that, for me is
So there's probably some child labor involved.
okay. I don't want to get into that. Okay,
True.
no, but for me, I really like this movie. I think it's visually interesting the whole time, and yeah, maybe the action is repetitive, but it's martial arts.
It's visually interesting the whole time.
Yeah, in terms of the action sequences, yeah. I've never seen a movie like that in America like that. Like, think about it. Like, so I think about the last action movie I saw. Yeah, Wonder Woman has some good stuff, but like compared to the fight scenes
No,
to
that's
this.
not an action movie.
Okay, then what? The last one, Fast and Furious, with like Jason Statham and The Rock fighting in like a prison, and like The Rock's like punching like 10 guys at one time, or whatever. Like, it just doesn't feel real. This actually feels real. Like, you actually feel people getting hurt, and you actually feel the pain. It's like maybe kind of like Atomic Blonde has. Like, it's like this whole movie action scenes are as good as that one staircase scene in Atomic Blonde.
That was a really good scene. But like one thing I noticed,
Daredevil.
Okay, another
Daredevil
thing.
probably got
Daredevil,
it, so.
this movie,
Yeah,
it
that's
came out in 2012 or 2011, depending on where you live. And it's already inspired so much action stuff in terms of cinema and TV. Like, Daredevil owes everything to this. And, like, Punisher, the prison scene in Daredevil Season 2.
Yeah.
It's almost, like, directly from the Raid 2, you know, with the whole prison stuff.
And not to mention, a couple of the actors from this movie are in Force Awakens as well.
Oh, really?
Rama and the Mad Dog.
Oh,
the crazy guy, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're played as one of
okay.
the gang members or
Yeah,
whatever.
okay.
Who
Oh, man, now
fight
I kind of
Han
want to
Solo.
watch Force
That's
Awakens.
another
Yeah.
thing that's like great
So
about
these
the
movies
action
are really popular.
Yeah.
is the way it's shot. Like, just in terms of how like up close.
Yeah, like it's like handheld.
Yeah.
It's like really personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really good. Man.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know. I feel like this movie's worth alone watching if you like action movies, just because it's so unique compared to like what you see in American action movies, where it's too over the top.
Yeah.
This one just feels more like when he's actually like training at the very beginning of the movie, when he's hitting all that little dummy and he's training in his house. Like, it actually looks like he's actually.
Oh yeah,
You
like
can
the
feel
training
Yeah.
montage.
Like when I see The Rock doing something like that, okay, he's not obviously doing that,
Yeah.
but.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. But
it's just something
So
different
we
than a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
Another Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know I haven't seen Jackie Chan's older stuff, so I don't really know. But
Like, I think his best one was like Rush Hour. The
Rush Hour,
series.
that's his most popular one, definitely.
Yeah.
This movie get some stuff from Old Boy probably though.
Yeah, there's some stuff that I feel like are inspired. Yeah,
Well,
the
when
Old
did
Boy
Old Boy
scene in
come
the
out?
hall, 2003.
Oh, okay.
Well, you guys want to go into spoilers?
Yeah,
We
so,
kind of did.
Yeah, we kind of did. I mentioned the $1.5 million budget. The type of martial arts that's in this movie is called Pencak Silat, which is like a weird Indonesian.
Kyle's not with there.
You guys all watch.
Okay, stop.
Don't even.
What
You
did I
guys
say?
all watch it in Indonesian,
Oh my gosh.
right?
Okay.
Well, Rich and
Yeah,
I
we
watched
did.
the American dub.
No.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Okay.
Kyle watched the
I was
first.
about to say,
Kyle watched the first half in English dub, and the second half.
Not how. Like, first 40 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
The English dub is
That is
not
half.
good. The English dub is
It's
not
2
good.
hours.
It's an
It's an
hour
hour
and
35.
35. Yeah.
Hour
We
40.
didn't watch the.
Probably felt
we
that
didn't
one.
watch the Linkin Park soundtrack.
Oh, it's better.
Yes, they did.
It is so
No, we
much
didn't.
better.
You
We
switched
didn't.
it?
No, we didn't switch it, but it didn't work. It didn't play.
All
What
I
are you
heard
talking
was
about?
Linkin Park was the one song at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Linkin Park soundtrack. They don't have like
yeah, but
actual
they did
music.
the entire
they
soundtrack though.
Yeah, they just
yeah.
It's almost similar.
All that awesome music was all there.
From what I've heard,
really
the Lincoln
So there's no
soundtrack.
music; it's just a score.
But it's like
It's a
really
score,
minimal.
yeah, it's very minimal. Yeah, it's not like there's going to be like a Linkin Park song in the middle.
That's
of
what I was expecting. That's why I was
okay.
like,
No, okay, we're kind of getting off the point, but yeah, I just wanted to mention the kind of, it's like a special Indonesian martial arts, which looks a little different, I guess, than other kinds of martial arts in terms. I think it's just more like brutal than some of the other stuff you see, which is more finesse. But you want to get into spoilers?
sure, let's do it.
Yeah, well,
Favorite kills?
or your favorite fight scene, definitely. Because there are a couple that really stand out to me.
Definitely like.
Let's talk. Okay, let's do that for save the fights and kills for the
Okay.
end. Let's talk about the basic plot, or while he's complaining about the plot or whatever, so I can shoot it down really easily.
Yeah, you go ahead and start.
Why is the brother necessary?
The brother.
The brother. How coincidental is that? Oh, and in this random building. Oh my gosh, my brother's here. I haven't seen you in so many years.
Wait, but when we watched Fast 8, you didn't compare at all about Vin Diesel having a random kid from a random wife. That's like a huge plot point in the movie, and then he has a son at the very end, and you didn't complain
I know
about
that's
that.
a problem.
But you didn't complain about that.
No, I didn't put two and two together. But I mean, I don't know.
Okay, but you can't put... See, that's the thing. You can't just be like...
Yeah, the plot isn't like.
But okay,
But without that, there wouldn't be any
There's
sort
no-
of connection or emotional value.
I know.
to
Okay,
the
but they
character
should
at
have
all.
done that better. That's what I'm saying.
No, I thought it was fun.
But you can just see how
acting's
like,
pretty good.
some
Yeah.
person like,
And that scene where they're both sitting and talking...
He even had his moment in the elevator scene.
Yeah.
Well, okay, no, that I'm
good.
not. But I'm not saying they're not. There's not a good actor. But I'm saying that there could have been a better way to lead up to
Okay,
that.
well,
other
how
than,
small is
Well,
Indonesia? I think isn't it a
kinda
small
hu-
country?
It's kind of weird to judge acting when you have no idea what it should sound like.
Yeah.
How are you going to judge them? They could be terrible actors.
But they are good actors,
Now,
though.
how do you know?
because the movie's really good.
You can hear the
I
emotion
know,
in the
but-
words.
They
Yeah,
don't
and you can
act
see the
over
emotion,
dramatic, or they don't act
But-
bland.
You can...
Like,
acting's...
you know,
A lot of acting's reaction.
Yeah, you could tell.
Well, yeah, that part, yeah.
So you're saying the talking parts aren't good, but the reaction shots
No,
are
I
good?
didn't
in
say
that?
it's
Okay,
not
then
good.
why are you
I'm just
saying...
saying, how can you judge
Usually when there's bad acting, you can tell it's bad acting.
Okay.
Like Emma
I
Watson
guess.
in The Circle, you can tell it's
True.
bad. Just you don't have to hear a word of dialogue. You can just tell she's being bad. But for me, it's like you can't like you kind of get the back setup. It's like not told to you though. It's like you kind of have to go back and look at it. Like when he's in the beginning, when he's in the van, he's like, "Why are we doing this now?" Or "Why today? Why now?" Because you can tell, you can kind of tell like he's kind of worried about it more than the other guys are.
And that's how this. And the second film really explores more of that.
Yeah,
I would say.
See, that's the thing. Yeah, and also the second film, the brother's more important to it, the plot. But
That's
Which
right.
is
I
why
just
you
think-
guys should watch the second.
I guess my problem is I think they could have introduced the brother in a lot.
no, but that's the whole point of the movie. This whole movie is right in this building. They don't want any introductions outside of the building. They don't want anything
just
story
wanna
told
have one
outside of the building.
small, simplistic
It's
focus.
everything you learn
Yeah.
from the movie is from inside what's happening in
the
this
point.
building. That's the whole point of the movie.
No, when they're inside the van and they're talking about what they're doing.
Yeah, but they're going to the building. You don't
that's
see
just
some.
exposition.
Yeah, you don't see some
Yeah.
flashback with the brother and the brother like hanging out when they're little kids and then they're growing up and then
But-
and then the brother veers off into crime.
I think that would have been better.
no. Oh gosh.
no.
Oh
That's
my
so-
gosh.
No,
that'd be
okay,
awful.
Not exactly like that, but there should have been something that
No.
he knows that his brother's there. That's what I think.
Okay, you can think that, but you're like missing the point of what the director
That'll
wanted
be
from
so
the movie.
unoriginal.
It's like the whole point of the movie is like this one place.
yeah, one focus.
I
one
think it was
place.
also-
Plain
Okay,
and
but
simple.
you're saying that you had a problem with the same thing in the Fast and Furious movie, but you don't have a problem with it in this.
No, I said you had a problem, and then you didn't point out in Fast and Furious that there's some setup that coincidentally happened.
So you didn't have a problem with it in Fast and Furious.
No, but it's done way worse than in this movie. And that one's definitely telling. They're telling you like, oh, he has a kid, and they're obviously setting up his wife adopting
And
a
it came
kid
out of
because the
nowhere,
wife's
too.
obviously the real.
I'm not even gonna try and lie. I don't remember that.
It came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
Yeah, and this is the 7th movie. That was the 8th movie in a franchise, and they had no setup to that.
like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember that, but
I think another part with the brother is that it's kind of just showing that not all criminals are just like the worst people ever.
Yeah,
but that's
He's
what,
like he's a
you can watch Despicable
a
Me
good
if you want
criminal.
that.
yeah. Especially at the end.
Not
You kinda
completely
see
awful.
that, yeah.
no,
I
but
mean,
that's
he does bad things, but he's not
But I
the
think
worst of the worst like the other people.
to go off what Blake's saying, what I like so much is like I don't think all the bad guys are shown as just grunts. They're kind of shown as just people living there.
Yeah,
And then
for sure.
when the main bad guy Tomo or whatever says like, if you kill these people, you got to stay free for the rest. They're just like
that turns them into
that just makes them want to be like they're doing it for their own gain, really. Just kind of like what the other people, the SWAT team is doing it too. And it's almost to a degree like the whole SWAT team is seen as bad at the beginning because you're like, why are they even doing this in the first place?
Yeah.
They're going to kill all these innocent people.
Yeah.
Well, because
Like,
you don't
especially
really-
when he kills the kid.
But
You get why he does it, but it's still kind of like, oh, he's just a kid.
the
Too.
lookouts,
But that
though.
guy who shot, I mean, he was
Yeah,
the
the
one
lookouts.
who like got them all into the mess.
Yeah, but that's what makes them all.
Yeah.
That's what makes it more complicated, not just bad
Yeah.
guys and good guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Because for me at least, I didn't really know what if he is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the entire movie, you're just like, okay, this lieutenant guy's kind of
Yeah.
just off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the movie too. It's like, you're kind of just on edge the whole time. Like, what is the brother? Because it's set up at the very beginning of the brother. You don't know. You're kind of sure they're brothers because like he's looking through the security cam and he sees the picture on the wanted thing or whatever. So you kind of know there's some connection there. But you're kind of waiting what's going to happen between them, and you don't know how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
Which I like. And the whole time, even when they're going up the floors, there's always something I think like unique that's happening on each floor or whatever that keeps you in it.
Yeah.
And it does, like, I'm not saying this in a bad way, because some people said it in a bad way, but it does kind of feel like a video game, the setup, in terms of, like, there's obviously the big boss at the very end, and then there's, like, the two, like, kind of side bosses that, like, protect him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's the boss with, like, machete, who's, like, the middle boss.
Yeah.
And then, like, the very beginning where you're, like, just,
Yeah.
it's, like, the easy levels where they go up the first two floors or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just
The tutorial.
kind of
It's
a different storytelling thing.
No, but
No, I didn't mind that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
But
fine.
another problem I have with this movie is you guys are probably going to totally disagree with me, but
Probably.
there was the fight scene between the guy that got dragged, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, the sergeant.
the fight scene between the sergeant
And
Mad
Mad
Dog.
Dog.
and Mad Dog. Maybe it wasn't that one. Maybe it was the one with the two brothers.
Brothers.
And
Oh,
they're
the,
like
the final boss. I guess.
First, yeah. First of all,
That's my favorite.
First of
That was
all,
a fight
for
so
me,
good.
okay, listen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was a good
Mad
fight.
Dog was awesome.
But in my opinion, I have 2 points
He's
here,
OP.
so don't say anything until. So, one, in my opinion, it went on for too long.
So in your opinion, you're wrong.
No.
Oh, I mean, in my opinion, you're wrong.
Yes, in your opinion,
All right.
I'm wrong. I think that scene went on for too long. It went on for a good 5 or 6 minutes, and it didn't need to. It could, and secondly, in that fight, this is obviously a minor thing, but I can make the comparison between War of the Planet of the Apes, and he has the arrow in his side and walks for days with it. How is this guy still fighting with this thing in his neck?
That was so dumb.
That was really dumb. That's not possible.
But that's the whole thing. He's like OP. That's what Blake
he's
said. He's
OP.
OP.
So he has superpowers.
No, he's not.
Oh.
No, that guy shouldn't have gone.
Yeah. It should have been in his
should've
neck,
gone
and he should have stopped. And
No,
he should've just been dead.
but it's not really in his neck. It's kind of
It
like
is in
shoulder
his
blade.
neck.
It's like
It's
shoulder
in
blade.
his-
man.
it's-
Oh, but Die Hard gets a pass because he's a Die Hard.
What?
and he can get multiple
Okay, we
bullets
didn't
in
say
him.
anything about Die Hard.
No, but you
That's
don't
what he
complain
is.
about.
It's a Die Hard.
If you
OP guy.
if you're gonna complain about that, you need to complain about literally every single scene of Fast and Furious, and you didn't complain about that in every single scene of Fast and Furious.
That's not what we're talking about.
We're not
Really,
talking
when he
about
throws
Fast and
when he
Furious.
throws a side tank on the snow and like it hits a tank, and you're just like, "Dang, that was awesome!" But like Mad Dog like fights for like 3 more seconds with like a blade in his neck. You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I can't buy it."
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
don't-
like
I
it
don't
was
think-
going on for like 2
Yeah.
days
It-
or whatever. No, he was still fighting
So
for
you
like
do
5
admit
more
he walked
seconds.
for 2
Wait,
days.
Listen, I don't think it
No,
made
but
the
I'm-
scene worse.
You know,
Yeah, and it's just
I
like
just think it was a little
It made it
ridiculous.
cooler.
it makes
I
it cooler.
agree.
Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
no, it makes
I
it
don't
cooler.
think it
Like
made it
he's
worse.
OP.
It's kind of cool. I guess.
Like they set up at the very beginning. He's like, "Yeah, this guy's
what makes
insane.
him awesome.
This guy's like really crazy." And you have to give the audience something to believe why he's actually crazy, not just like, "Oh, he's a good fighter."
Like defying human physics. Like
That's not even defying it. Like people have done
Yeah,
that
people.
before.
Oh,
Like,
but you believe
once
a
you're-
woman lifting a car to save her baby?
That's a
Is that
dream.
not defying
once
human
again,
physics?
what do you think he has?
Oh wait, but this can't be a
When you
adrenaline?
sever your
He didn't
jugular
sever
vein.
anything.
I'm looking up a picture.
It's not a jugular vein, first of all.
Why do you think they like slit his throat?
Yeah,
Just
because
to
at the
make
very
sure
end he
was
does it
dead.
like that. Yeah.
Which was actually pretty
Okay.
brutal. That was,
Yeah,
That was
that's
awesome.
man.
Okay, but to complain about stuff like that in action movies, I feel like is besides the point.
Yeah,
That's the whole. I'm not going
It's
to see
not
an
like
action movie to see every single detail be super realistic.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
At that point, if it was super realistic, Rama, all the guys would have died on like the second floor. They could just like thrown a grenade or something.
Well,
Or
most of the
like,
cops
or
are
you would
dead.
complain about like, why are there random scenes where they're only using machetes and not guns or something, stuff like that. Yeah, that's because we want to see a different action fight, not just the
Or
guns all the
why
time.
is that? Why is the general guy the only one that has access to communications outside?
Does he?
Well, they have to go through him.
They had walkie-talkies.
No, but to the outside world. I mean.
I don't think he did at that point.
None of them did?
No. They're all people that are surrounding the building.
Well, then why is the Indonesian police so underfunded?
No, but that's the whole point. Did you not get the whole point?
No, I know, but...
The corrupt cop is the one that sent him in there.
No, I know the point.
Yeah.
And they sent him to die, yeah. But,
No, but the corrupt cop's the one that gathered SWAT team in the first place. There wasn't supposed to be any mission.
Yeah, but shouldn't they have realized they were going in without everything?
No, but they were just listening to their commanding officer say, we have to go raid this. So how would they know?
They're just grunts.
Yeah, they're technically, even Rama's a grunt.
Okay. They're not grunts. They're black belt grunts.
One guy.
What?
Rama, that's the only one. And he's the main character. Well, I don't know what you want.
He's more... Okay, whatever.
What? I don't get this. Well, how can you complain about the main character being a martial artist? You just want to be a normal grunt? You just want to follow a normal grunt and go to the top of the movie?
No,
Tell
I
me
think
that's
it
not right in his neck.
a little.
Yeah, that is in his neck.
You're telling me that doesn't kill him?
It's kind of in the back of his neck, though. It's the muscle.
That's not. That's right on the side.
But like, it shows what he stabs him with, and it's hollow. First of all,
Yeah, that's
and
another
so
good point.
it's not like you're stabbing a sword into him. It's just like pieces of glass going into his
Yeah,
neck.
if it went any deeper, yeah, probably.
That's what he
But
does.
it's
And
like-
to finish him off,
yeah, he
pulls
gets it deeper and just...
And obviously they're not saying, he would have been fighting for 10 more minutes like this. He fights for like
He will
literally
blood
20
out.
seconds.
It was a
Yeah,
good
he
like
won't
a
blow
minute and a half that he
No,
fought
it's
with
not.
it.
No.
It felt
It's
like
not a
it.
minute.
It felt like
They,
it.
they have him trapped like that.
Like
All he has to
saying
do is
his
pull the
film
thing.
feels long. Like, okay.
You know, you're just like finding little... this is what I don't like when people complain about action movies. Like, I don't like this action movie because it did action movie stuff. Like,
But that's
okay.
unrealistic. And the whole entire
Oh, wait, is this whole movie
This
realistic?
movie,
Yes.
the whole point
Really?
is
They're trying to make it realistic, but then
Wait, this guy
in
fighting
first
20
place.
people in a single hallway and winning is realistic?
Yeah, he's supposed to be like some karate master or whatever.
So you believe the karate master part, but not a guy fighting for 10
Well, I
seconds with
think
a
that's
glass?
far fetched too.
The
because-
karate master part.
Yeah.
So you don't. So then
But-
you don't like the whole movie.
But
all
what I'm
those
saying
things,
is-
all those things aren't complaints about the action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that made the movie bad. I'm just saying that like in the same thing in war, it's just kind of like not possible.
Well, that's not even a problem with war, but
Okay,
we
so
can go.
if he made it all possible, it'd just be another boring action movie, and nobody would.
But that's the beauty of Mad Dog. He's not supposed to be just some normal
Yeah.
possible guy. He's supposed to be like a step above just all these other people that are fighting.
So he's not human.
No, that
We never said that.
What are you
That's
talking
not
When
about?
you stick, okay, you guys know what I think. So
no,
I'm
yeah,
saying-
but it doesn't
I
make
know
sense.
the thing, but it doesn't. No.
So if you had to bet on a mom lifting a car to save a baby, would you be like, no, I wouldn't bet on that. It's not human.
I wouldn't bet on that. It's very unlikely.
Yeah, but it's happened though. So are you saying that woman's not human then?
Yeah, it's happened.
So it's not in the real world?
well,
Does she live in a different world than us?
Okay.
Does she have superpowers?
what?
Oh my god!
It's
No.
it's obviously unlikely, but it doesn't matter because it's just for the sake of the movie.
Yeah, you're saying it's not possible. It's more improbable, and it's in a movie. So you're complaining about something that's improbable, not impossible. You're complaining about something that's improbable in an action movie.
Yeah. Well, it's impossible.
No, not impossible.
It's
improbable.
not like it's a movie
You
trying to...
severed the jugular vein.
No, that's not that's not where the jugular is. First of all,
Right here. He did it right here.
yeah, but it's hollow, like he said. So you don't know where it cut.
Okay, but you don't.
That's
What?
not- what? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, obviously it's not. Like I wouldn't bet on that
okay,
happening
no,
for an
what we're
argument.
arguing about doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I agree. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, he
not
lives
even a
and
major
breathes
issue.
fighting because
Yeah.
he obviously had the chance to like just shoot him in the head, but he like
Yeah,
put
exactly.
everything down.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, let's fight.
Yeah, that was.
And let's
so
talk more about that and
was
less
my
about
favorite
his
scene.
minor
Yeah,
complaints.
that one was really good.
That's really good. Where you're like, you think he's just going to shoot
It's
him
like
and
it's
stuff?
like it takes away the excitement. It's
Yeah.
like this is where it's all at, or whatever.
Yeah.
That was see because
I
at
love that
first
scene.
I didn't know what was going on when he put down the gun. I was like, wait, what? And then he's like, I'm like, oh
Yeah, for a
gosh.
second I'm like, is he turning good or something?
Wait, is he a brother too?
Yeah,
No, he's just an awesome.
the brother's really the secret agent.
No, I love Mad Dog. That's why I can't. When I watch this again, I kind of want to watch it more from like just for his scenes because
Yeah.
I think he does a really good job just like not saying any words but still being like really intimidating. Mm-hmm. Especially when he's like dragging a body, just like
Yeah.
like he's dragging a body
Like,
almost
casually?
like he's like an actual dog, like trying to please his master.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he just like
And,
just
and he's like,
dragging
that's
it.
not the one. He's like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's like, and he's dead. And
He's like, you did for anything.
That scene was awesome.
and that seems
Oh
really,
yeah, when he puts the knife through
Okay,
his hand.
let's
Oh,
talk
all
about
that
those.
tension.
Yeah, the two.
There's a lot of tension in this movie.
So
too.
I think they do a good job of like Yeah, he's kind of just like a stereotypical bad guy or whatever, just at the top, you know, the big boss. But they do a good job of making him scary. Like, at the very beginning, he was just shooting the guys. And at the last one, he just, like, he goes and gets the hammer, but you see the bullets, so he could have just, like,
taken the bullets,
but he chooses the hammer.
Like, no, where were we?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, crap.
Oh,
jeez, that scene gets me.
That was crazy. That was psychological.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like little moments like that, I think that's what makes it.
And I think that's a whole thing about this movie, just how simplistic it is. And that's why I really like it.
Do we want to talk about our favorite kills?
Yeah, we can. I think
favorite, like, fight scene.
Just favorite,
no,
whatever.
favorite kill.
Just favorite, whatever.
Our favorite, whatever.
What's favorite kill then? I think everyone has the same one.
My favorite kill is whenever he's fighting the machete guys, and he like kicks off the wall and slams the guy down on the broken door.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, that's the best
well,
one.
the broken door has little shards, right?
I know.
But he doesn't just slam him down. The way he does it is he jumps back, he grabs the legs, and he jumps backwards.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is he doing? And
and
then they flip the camera, and then you actually see his neck through the door. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That one was
awesome.
really good. Also, one that was really good
I like the window.
is when he timed it. When he timed it, and he heard
timed,
it,
like, drop
and he heard, and then he drops down and goes boom and throws him out the window. That was
But
was
the sniper
probably
kills,
my
like, that's what's so good.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense how this movie's made so cheap because like the sniper kills feel
Yeah.
really weird, like really real. That's what I meant. Like when you see the head and you'll see like the guts fall out of his body and stuff. But yeah, another one. Like I wouldn't say it's not a kill, but another favorite little moment is like when they're hiding behind that fake wall.
Yeah,
this is another thing to
doing the
complain
knife.
about. Like it's an action movie. Why is this guy just stabbing random walls? Is he stabbing every wall, or is he just stabbing that one random
And
wall?
like
But there was a lot of tension in it.
But no, it works for the movie. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you can argue like, why would he do that? Because it makes no sense. But the tension actually you feel in the movie. Like when he stabs and you see the cut through his face, and you're like, how's he gonna get this blood off before he pulls it out and stuff? Or is this guy gonna see the blood? Oh man!
But you could still see the blood on the knife after he did that.
Yeah, but the guy doesn't look.
No, but
But the thing is, the wall would have taken.
Yeah.
I mean, all these guys are like high anyway, so.
No, but something that bothered me is like he
Or could have just spread it out.
pulled out the machete like really slow. I would have thought he would have like just like slid it. Like,
Well, wasn't he
like,
turning away or like talking to them or something?
Well, he did. He was like, okay,
Yeah,
let's go.
because
And then
the
he
other
said-
guy was just saying like, "Hey, get off my
Yeah,
stuff,"
yeah.
and he's like, "Hey, you know."
That guy was kind of dumb. He was like just like tempting him to like kill him.
Yeah, I know.
I would just like been quiet while they were in the room.
Maybe he was just trying to distract him. or
Maybe,
whatever,
yeah.
So maybe that was the point, and that's why he split off and walked out.
Something I want to bring up is like the first half of the movie, like in the fight scenes. Like I think everybody gets punched in the throat right before they die. Did you notice that?
A lot of that happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Like,
a good move, though.
yeah,
I mean,
and
it
like
works.
75% of the kills is like just slit throats.
Yeah.
So I watched
a lot of throats, a lot of like, yeah.
So I watched the Raid 2 like right after this,
Yeah.
and so maybe I'm kind of like mixing them up. But I think there are some in this, but like just stabbing the knees and stuff like that,
Oh,
or like
it was
I
so
think there's one where they
creepy.
stab in the knee and then he pulls.
Yeah, just-
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
I think there's one
like,
where they
that would
stab
hurt
it
so
right-
bad.
I think they do
Like,
one like right here too.
yeah, but the knee though, think about
Yeah.
that, like in your knee and then pulling it out like that. Oh,
Like in Logan, the thing right there.
Oh,
when
yeah,
it goes,
yeah.
oh geez.
But just the knee, like the
Yeah,
bone though, like
yeah.
right there, like that whole part. Or there's like one where I can't remember. It's maybe Raid 2. Either way, like
Raid 2,
they
I
stab,
think is more brutal.
They stab in the
Definitely
knee and
more
then he like
brutal.
pulls down to the shin or something like that.
We should watch Raid 2.
Oh yeah, that happened. Remember when he would do like this and go
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
a couple
just like,
times
oh,
in
just
the
like
hall scene?
yeah, it just feels really like really gory.
I really liked how he incorporated the nightstick to like when he was fighting. You know.
The
The
night
baton?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there's
very
like-
first.
there's like-
Oh,
whenever
the
he very
first
yeah, the very
one.
first.
Oh man,
Yeah.
because he's fighting with
yeah.
his nightstick. And
Yeah,
with,
he had a
the
nice
first
knife.
time I was like, okay, here we go.
No,
That's
okay.
That's why I think it gets progressively less, like not less interesting, but just more.
As it
repetitive,
starts
'cause
off, it's
because
amazing.
he has more weapons that's at the very beginning, and it's just more variety.
Yeah.
Whereas at the end,
Well,
it's just fists. And
well, I
hands,
do. I do. Well, it's more for me. It's not like
I think it's supposed to be like
I'm not
that,
gonna say
right?
it's like the middle of the movie is less interesting. I'm just gonna say the beginning is more interesting.
Yeah.
Like especially like when the snipers or when they initially see the kid and
Call the
you-
neighbors.
You see the camera like pan in slow motion. I think that's just really well done because it kind of like goes up and then you see the top spot or whatever.
Yeah.
And they do the same thing with like the snipers on top and then the SWAT team's down below, but it's like dark so they can't see each other. And then what is the one guy? What does he do? Like because there's a bright light.
No, there's the guy's pulling the door open, and the guy shoots a shotgun.
Yeah, he shoots a shotgun, and,
And it
then,
lights
and
everyone
that
up.
that second of light, you see the shadows in the background. It's done in slow
And
mo.
that song too.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez, it got me. I
That
like,
was
oh
really
my
good.
gosh.
Well, that's
Like-
whenever you see the cops are like completely outmatched.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
And that's when most of it got wiped out.
What happens is like after everything, like all the cops start getting killed, they all become like ruthless killers because you see like at one point like they're just stabbing the same person like 5 times.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
because it's like insane.
That guy that's like crawling across the ground, and then he turns. That guy grabs him. And he just turns out and goes. Like you don't blame him at that point. You're like, I just want to get out of here.
You can just realize like how much pain they're going through because like
But at that point, because you kind of know like the cops aren't really there for like cop reasons.
Yeah.
So at that point, it just feels like two sides are fighting, but either side really doesn't know what they're fighting for. At that point, they're just trying to like survive.
Well, one side knows what they're fighting for. The
One
other
side-
side.
Oh yeah,
Free rent.
yeah. Free rent. What we do for free rent.
True.
No, I think there are just a lot of cool like the fridge moment.
Oh, that
where
was
they
really
take
cool.
the
They
tank,
take the propane tank.
propane tank, and then they light it.
That was great.
I was surprised, like they were shooting the fridge. I'm surprised. I thought it's gonna like just blow up because they were all shooting at the fridge.
Yeah. And, okay, I'm surprised you didn't bring up this moment because you're just bashing on the movie.
The bullets
but,
don't go through the fridge. Yeah, that's kind of weird. But I mean, it's just an action movie. You know, they have to do stuff like that.
Well, I mean, if Indiana Jones can survive like a nuclear explosion with the fridge, I mean, it's so bad.
If Indiana Jones can survive anything really, he's like a doctor or whatever. What is he? What is he? A professor? What is he doing out there? Okay, no, no. The scene I would say is the most unrealistic, even in the movie. Not the great scene we'll save for the end with Mad Dog, but where he's fighting. I think the machete is the machete guy. When he jumps out the window, and they fall into. Because I don't know if he knows there's a thing under there.
Yeah.
Or a thing.
He couldn't have known.
I'm not sure if he just jumps and just like, okay, I'm gonna go.
And it looked kind of like.
Yeah. And he
looked kind of like Saruman's fall.
And then even that fall, I feel like was came down for a while.
No, that looks 10 times better than that fall.
The Gandalf fall?
Yeah, it's 10 times better than
the Gandalf fall CG is really bad.
It's not that bad.
No,
it's really
not
bad.
No,
it's not good.
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean bad, but okay.
Oh no, you're totally
So I guess we can just end it off. Talk about I think my favorite fight scene, which is the 2-on-1 with Mad Dog.
That's definitely the best one.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
In my opinion, too.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the best change up of the movie.
Yeah. That's whenever it goes
because
from like the really fast paced stuff to just like slow.
No, because you know it's
methodical.
Because I think the whole movie, you know, it's setting up the Rama versus Mad Dog fight.
Yeah.
But you think it's going to be 1v1, so you're like, how's Rama going to win if Mad Dog's this good? But then I think they set up well with the 2v1, and then Mad Dog still is like
but it also
keeping up with
shows
them.
like his full potential of fighting,
Yeah.
which is like insane. It's like he was like totally prepared to like fight both of them, and he still
Yeah.
He wanted to.
Yeah,
like he was happy about it. Like he was excited
like
about
he
it.
let him take him down.
It's
from the
so
top. He was
weird.
Like, okay, let's do
Like it's just like sadistic nature of like.
And then it's like the brothers were scared too because he was just like staying in the middle like this. The brothers were like,
yeah.
and he's like pushing it all back and all that.
I wish we. Yeah, I kind of.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah. This is just really unique stuff. And the brothers kind of hurt too at the same time, so you don't really see the
both of
brother.
them hurt,
Yeah.
so.
That's true.
It's not like they're super good and they have like no scars or anything. Like man,
Yeah, Mad Dog's also probably hurt
And
too. So.
to go back, because Mad Dog's probably less hurt because he kind of just beats the sergeant really easily.
Yeah.
Well, not really easily. The sergeant
He
puts up
takes
somewhat
them,
of a
yeah, he
fight.
takes
Not fairly easy.
But I like when the sergeant and Mad Dog are about to fight, and you actually see the size difference. The sergeant's like almost like a foot taller than him.
Yeah.
But like you can still tell, even though the sergeant's a foot taller, he's like way more scared of the other guy.
size doesn't always matter.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's like a long pan. You know, like when Mad Dog finally dies and the two guys leave the room and they just keep it on Mad Dog. I was like,
I
is he
thought-
okay? If
yeah,
he comes back
that's
alive
good.
now, I'm like,
You just like
First time, I was like, okay, come on.
I was like,
don't
please
let
don't
it
bring
come
him
back.
on.
You see
I'm
his
like,
face
that
shake.
That was just part of the suspense, though. They're like,
No, okay,
they're
so
gonna keep people.
and then I watched the Raid 2 right after, and the same actor's in the movie,
Yeah, he is.
and I was like, okay, is this Mad Dog? And
That's
I
what
wasn't
I
paying
thought.
attention, and so I was like, is this Mad Dog? This makes no sense, and so I look it up. It was like Mad Dog Raid 2, and they're like, no, it's the same actor, but he's a different character in Raid 2. Because
That
that
threw me
That's
off.
bad casting.
no, the director. That director puts that actor in all of his movies.
A lot of people
so,
do that.
Yeah,
No, in a sequel.
Kurosawa does that too.
Yeah, a lot of people.
That's bad
A lot of
casting.
great ones, yeah.
No, I
No, a
wouldn't
lot of
say
directors like their actors. No, but he looks different. But I noticed the
At least give
actor.
him like a mustache. Or something.
They did. They grow his hair out. and
Yeah,
stuff.
long hair, like full beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, oh, Mad Dog is back? I was like, it makes no sense.
That's what
But,
confused me the first time. But
He
he was
has
really good in
scars.
that one.
And then in the
too.
third
yeah,
one, it
that's
is
true.
Mad Dog.
And he doesn't have a scar, too. I was like, okay, this can't be Mad Dog.
Who knows when the third one coming out? It'll be a long
Oh,
time.
the remake?
When did the
No,
second
they're making a
one
Raid
come
3, too, though.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
When did the second one come out?
That was like
2014, probably.
I thought the first one came out in 2011.
Yeah.
2012 in US.
I think 2014, yeah. Or 2015.
But, any last words? Any last words before we go to final any final thoughts before final thoughts?
True. Or we just go to final thoughts.
Okay, let's go to final thoughts.
It's a must-see for every action moviegoer, I would say.
Who wants to rate it first?
If you like action movies, I guess
Okay,
maybe
but you don't
watch it.
like action movies.
Well, I realize you're not into like this like over the top gore action stuff, so
yeah, you don't like
that's
blood,
why
right?
I mean, it's okay. It's not like my favorite.
Like a yes or no question: do you like blood?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So that like takes a lot out of
That
the
takes a lot of
part.
it, yeah.
Like I
And do you not like
it's this type
and you don't like good action movies?
of movies.
It's not true.
Name one good action movie that you like.
Let's see. Fast and no, I'm kidding. Cars 3.
So you don't like good action movies then?
No, I'm kidding.
Can't name one.
Oh my gosh, Jason Bourne.
Oh my gosh, Jason Bourne. No, Jason Bourne can't compare to this.
Iron
Jason
Man.
Bourne's pretty good now.
Yeah.
Oh, John Wick.
John Wick, yeah, John Wick.
No, okay, and that's another thing we didn't bring up. John Wick is so inspired by this movie.
It is so
not-
inspired.
So you can't be like.
That's gunplay though. It's like
That's the thing. It's the gunplay version of this movie.
But John Wick is much better than this.
No.
John Wick's pretty good, but
I think they're even.
I think they're about even. Yeah.
But okay, you go first. Just get your hate out of the way.
No, I'm going last. I'm not going first.
No, okay, his rating's 3.5. He put it on Letterboxd.
Dude, your turn.
Boy, you
do
know.
it. I told you not to do it.
What?
All right, I'll go. So
I don't know. It's 2 now.
Spoilers for what
I'm kidding.
so for my rating, because I didn't put it on Letterboxd for everyone to see, is a 4.5. Because I think, I kind of like hate on Wiley the whole time for him like hating on it, but I don't think it's a perfect movie. Anything. For me, it's a lot like the first John Wick in terms of. It just puts you in this world. You don't need for John Wick, you don't need the background of what he did as an assassin or like all this exposition. You just you kind of just get it from the story that's told in front of you.
You get it from how scared people are.
Yeah, like the boogeyman thing. But this is different because Rama's more just a low grunt. Yeah, but I just like the action and the in terms of the martial arts and everything like that. It's like nothing I've ever seen in an American movie before. And for the budget they have to do it for, and just. You can tell, all these people, all these stunt actors put in a lot of, you could tell they definitely got hurt in this movie. Apparently I was listening to something, and one guy, the stunt was, to get thrown, across the room against a wall, and he actually, broke a few bones, and he had to go to the hospital, and then he just came back, when he was done, and just kept doing the movie. Because, that's how much they were all committed to the movie.
It's insane.
And you can tell, the director, put a lot of care into just, little details of just the action scenes, because they could have just made it just some kind of really cheap and just done a lot of cuts instead of long takes, because long takes probably takes a lot of stunt coordination of you have to be here at this time and you have to be here at this time. So I just appreciate this movie so much for the details they put into the action work and just how unique it feels. So yeah, for me it's a 4.5, and maybe if I watch it more, the more I watch it I might go up just because of how much I like it.
I'm going to give it a 4.5 also, because I also don't think it's perfect, and the main reason I don't think it's perfect is because I do think the fight scenes get repetitive at the end, towards the end. It's not saying the fight scenes are bad, it's just I've seen this before, earlier in the movie, and they did that earlier in the movie, but whenever the ending happens, it's just okay, this movie is just amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the reason I'm going to give it a 4.5.
I definitely, before I go, I definitely recommend the sequel, because this movie, the beauty in this movie is they tell you nothing.
Well, the ending.
Yeah, the ending, but it's the whole plot is they tell you nothing.
They definitely explored the world more.
Yeah, so the second movie, it's how would they do that? They're just going to do a different building or whatever. The second movie is complete, a 180. They try to do a lot of story, and you might think that's a bad thing, but I think it really works. So initially I was worried. I was oh, it's 2.5 hours compared to 1.5 hours. Yeah. But it definitely works.
It does.
And you could complain about the story because it might feel basic, but I think the action keeps it because they do a lot of new stuff. There's a car chase because they obviously had more money for the second one, so there's a
I think Wiley will like it more. I think he'll like Rachel.
There's definitely more storytelling in it, so you can go.
For me, if I was judging it only as an action movie, it would probably be a little higher. But for my main problem was just like repetition and like, especially for me, and this is just personally, but for me to like an action movie, I need a little bit more variety in the scenery, which I know it's like against like the entire concept of the movie, but that's why I would say 4.
Okay. See, that's why. So for exactly your reasons you said, you should definitely watch Raid 2. Yeah. You should watch it soon because
it'll definitely.
Raid 2 literally starts like 20 minutes after Raid 1. That's how the movie starts. It's like, you know how they're walking out of the building. Like the next scene is like what happens right after they walk out, which I think is an interesting place to start. But
what you're actually thinking when the movie ends.
Yeah, you're like, where are they actually going to go?
Yeah.
The second movie explains that. But with your complaints, I think the Raid 2, it has all the cool action stuff, but it puts more story in there, and that's probably more just because they had more money. I could do that.
Okay, I kind of agree with Blake. I'm gonna rate it like 4.5, and it's because like the end, like too much repetition on the fight, less like not the word like not character. Creative. Like, it's not as creative as it was during the beginning of the movie. And then also, like, in between fight scenes, there wasn't a lot to, like, grab onto. Like, you're just kind of waiting for what was happening next. So that's probably why 4.5.
Why would you like it? Why do you like it, though?
Super awesome fight scenes, of course.
Yeah.
That was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's like the action just, like, really unique for me. Alright, Weston.
Okay, well, on Letterboxd, I gave it a 5. I would say that's just because of how much I enjoy this movie a lot, and every time I just enjoy it as much as the other times. On a technical aspect, maybe like a 4, so I'm going to give a 4.5 as well. After discussing it with you guys, knowing a little bit of the issues, and I kind of noticed it too, maybe the fights are drawn out a little bit in a few areas, but other than that, it's just such an awesome movie. It's my favorite action movie, really, to be honest. So,
it's definitely up there. I can't think of one I like.
It's my favorite, definitely.
I think this one and the first John Wick are up there, especially the ones I've come out recently.
Yeah,
I don't know.
John Wick films are up there for me.
Maybe I haven't watched enough older action movies to really know for sure, but
yeah,
it's definitely one of the best. Like, it is the best from what I'm remembering in terms of just fight scenes in general. Like, how real it feels.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, I'm coming to you.
Oh, our rate is a 4.5.
What's your rate?
What did you give it?
Boy, no, you spoiled
Oh,
my
yeah,
rate.
yeah, that's true. We did spoil that first, remember?
I did?
3.5. Yeah.
Yes!
Oh, yeah. Are you going to say why?
No, that's good. But it's a 4.25, which rounds up to a 4.5, which I think is fair. So
that's a good score.
We can go to the next movie club movie, which is between Kyle and Richie.
Have a movie in your head. You ready?
Hold on.
Give me any movie. Yeah, think real quick.
Are you guys gonna cut this out right now?
No, we'll leave it.
Here, I'll think of an hour between 1 and 2. No, I'm kidding.
Or flip a coin.
Okay, I think
I was trying to find a coin.
You got it?
You have a coin?
No, I did, but darn it.
You spent it?
No, put it back in my
next week.
coin container.
No, they're doing a coin.
Oh, I have a coin.
Okay.
I'll take that.
What, like, so the whole point of this, like, a segment is, like, is it like...
We'll review your movie next week.
But is it just any movie I pick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
anything. Doesn't matter what.
It can be really bad. We tend to do really good movies.
Or something.
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
Alright, you ready? Kyle, since you're kind of new, you can call it in the air, alright?
Okay. Heads.
It was tails.
Okay.
That was a really good flow.
That was a good flow.
My movie is Hot Fuzz.
Alright.
Hot Fuzz. Yes.
What?
I haven't
Yes.
seen it yet.
I've seen it recommended
yes.
in places.
Yeah.
Plus, I
Oh
just
my
like
gosh. Oh.
It is a good comedy. I need to watch it again. Maybe I'll like it more this time.
Yeah.
So it is
I
the
need
same
to watch
director
it
as
again, too.
Baby Driver.
Yeah, that's
Baby
why I
Driver
said-
and Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
At World's End, I think.
We should.
It's not very long. I think it's on Netflix too.
It's
So-
2 hours.
Oh,
It's on
oh
Netflix,
gosh, it's 2 hours. That's really long. Shit.
Y'all will like it though.
It is unique. I'm excited to watch it. And I think I like it more.
It's like dark comedy, I guess.
It is dark comedy. There's a lot of like.
But it's like detective police stuff.
So it's like Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy. So it's Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and then The World's End. They're written by the same people and the same 2 actors are in it, but they're not really connected at all.
Yeah.
This is the middle one. I think a lot of people say it's the best one too.
So does that mean I have it next week?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll have to pick a movie next week.
So now you have time
Yeah.
to ponder.
You have time to think about it. So.
All right, cool.
So
Any
Hot Fuzz.
final
It's a good
thoughts?
pick. You sure you don't want to give your thoughts on Wayne 3.5?
No, that's okay.
I think
You
we
kinda
heard
already
it through the
did.
entire
Yeah.
like through the entire
All
movie.
right.
I think we heard.
All the technical aspects, his problems with
I'm
it.
sorry if I bashed your opinion so much.
But no,
It's okay.
it's your opinion. So.
I came in knowing you were going to hate it, so because you told me.
But I know I hate it. 3.5 is not a bad score.
It's still decent. Yeah.
That's hating.
It's still decent.
It's a good movie.
I just think maybe 4 is as low as
Okay. So your
Wait,
scores
you're trying to tell him like his
I don't know. I think you should have a 5.
Okay, 5, yeah. Okay, anyways. Don't forget to watch Hot Fuzz, which is Richie's pick for next Movie Club movie. If you want to find us on social media, that'd be cool. Dumb People versus Movies. And thank you for listening, and have a good...
What am I saying?
That's all!